So before we can start building the menus, we need to get your products into Sunnis. So I'm going to show you where the products live and then how to import them in for bulk or alternatively to manually type them in. So products, menus, drink menus, etc., all live at the company level. So when we look at menus, and I'm just going to show you a quick overview of the menu itself so you understand where this product information is coming through. So when we look at a menu, it's kind of like a pyramid where we have meal types, so like reception, main dining, evening food. And then menus are the options or what makes up each of those meal types. So for dinner, or the main meal, it could be a choice of seated versus buffet. So that would be your menus, would be your seated dinner, and another menu would be your buffet dinner. And then under the menus, we have like courses or options that are product lists. When I say courses or options, we can have these choices either as in sequence, so you choose one from each, or it can be a choose one. So for, let's say this is dinner buffet, your choices could be barbecue, street food, fork buffet, Italian buffet, and you choose one and go to the product list. Or if we go in sequence, we're going to choose the main starter, main dessert kind of thing. And then we have the product list where the actual choices are being made. So for canapes, for example, you can choose 3 and you're going to choose 3 from the canapé options. These are your products. Okay. These are where your customer's checking the box and saying, I want these 2 starters. I want these 2 mains, these 2 desserts, these canapes. It can even be something as selecting the 3 meats for your barbecue, or selecting the 2 salads, or the 3 sides for the buffet, or the 2 savory sandwiches and the 2 sweets for your afternoon tea, whatever choices they're making. But the products are your choices. And that's what we need to import first to get started on the menus. So all of your products, regardless of what they are or what course, menu, meal they fit into, they all live under products, company products. So this is your master list of all of your options, your choices. And so we want to populate this before we start building your menu, right? So when we're looking at the product list, you see there's lots of examples that are preloaded from when you first started with Sunnis. You're welcome to delete these out. You can leave them. Choice is yours. But when we're creating a new product, it's always going to be food. And then we have a category, which is like your subtype. These are pre-populated. These are default. And the customer does not see these. The chef does not see these. The purpose of these is to help you stay organized. So when you're building your product menu and you're adding products, you can filter down versus having to go through the entire list. So just fit things in where it makes sense for you, where you will be able to find them later. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in a canapé. And now we're going to put in the name. So I'm going to say bite size bruschetta. And then you can put in a description or not. That is completely optional. So we can put tomato, fresh basil, something like that, right? Then I'm going to hit save. Save is then going to open up notes. Now, notes the customer does not see. This is purely for you. So here we can put in that this is going to be on the 2026 menu, or you can put in that it's on the silver menu, or you might, maybe this is a premium product and you want to remember that this is like a 2-pound supplement as a reminder. This is your use. So when you're looking at the full list of canapes, you know which ones you want to pull through. So whatever's meaningful for you. Dietary info, vegetarian or vegan. Remember, if it's vegan, it's vegetarian too. So you add both if it's vegan. If it's not vegan, it's only vegetarian, we'll take vegan off. This one would be both. Allergens from our core allergen list. And then you can add in parts if you're using the provisioning, but you can look at that later. And you're going to hit save. Now we can type them in like this one by one, or you can use an import sheet. And it really depends on what works best for your brain and what seems most efficient for you. I'm a spreadsheet girl, so I would use the spreadsheet. So we have the import spreadsheet here. But before we flip there, let me show you where we find that. If you go to imports, action, import products from file, here's where you can get the CSV of that import. Once you fill out the spreadsheet, you download it and you can drop or click here to find it. So on that spreadsheet, it's going to be type. So column A is type, so that's going to be food. Column B is your subtype. That's your subcategory that I showed you. Now, when you're looking at your products and your subtypes, pay attention to how they're spelled. So potato side, so singular, space in between, both capitalized, paying attention to those details. Then name, description. So we looked at that on here when we were building it out. Name, description. And then we have the allergens. The allergens must match the allergens that are on the list. So pay attention to what they are. It's egg, not eggs, milk, not dairy. So those little details. Dietaries. And if you have multiple of the allergens or dietaries, you just put a comma. So fish, comma, milk, vegetarian, comma, vegan. Notice vegetarian and vegan are both capitalized. And then you can add your notes. So this would be like 2026 menu or whatnot. Again, notes are for your use only. So once you have this complete, you can import it. So you'll go through to the imports, actions, import products, drag and drop your file here, and go through your import procedure. Now then it comes through to your products, so you'll see them here, and you'll be able to pull it through to your menu. And I just want to show you where that subtype comes through. When we're on product list to add products, which we'll do on the next video, you're going to be able to drill down. And now I can see, oh, there's that bite-sized bruschetta, 2-pound supplement, and I can add that with ease. So instead of having to go through the entire list, I'm able to see what is left to add. I can then add it. So now my bite-sized bruschetta is on my canapé list. Up 2-pound supplement, that reminds me to add the 2 pounds. Okay, so step 1 to building the menus is getting all of your products in.